Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Effing Racing Show. We're here for the 2021 DHL Valencia E-Prix from, if the name didn't give you the big clue, Valencia. I'm Jez. I'm joined as always by Risijuan and Duff Valley. I'd ask how you are, but I'm not sure I care that much this afternoon with your Rocket League antics, gents, I'll be honest.
Well, I mean, I would not be the kind of person that would be playing Rocket League when I should be preparing for a stream, but I am very well. And it's nice to see Duff for the first time today.
Yeah, I literally joined just as that last game started.
Yeah, look at that. Whatever. I ain't going to let you off, Duff.
No, I'm not making excuses. I'm looking forward to the race.
Me too.
I was here watching practice 1 and 2 at 6 a.m.
I was asleep, but I did watch qualifying. And as Rooster quite rightly says, what's Rocket League? I don't know. News to me.
It's football, I think, you play with like giant fingers or something. It's really odd.
No, it must be different. I bet it's good fun to play as part of a group as well.
I would have accepted Mario Kart because it's kind of on brand for what we're doing here today with the what we have dubbed the Mario Kart zones for the Formula E.
Speaking of that, this race's Mario Kart zone is on a lot easier corner than when we were in Rome, because Rome would take about 2 seconds out of you, where this doesn't. And with a lot wider tracks, they reckon it should be a lot more of a gain this time round than it was in Rome. So it's definitely something to look out for. Okay. It's on the outside of turn 8, which is in practice and qualifying were corners they were really struggling with. There were some of them were spot on. Some they were just squirming around all over the place. So it'll be really interesting to see when they go for the Mario Kart boost this time round.
I think it certainly adds an extra element of sort of tactics. I mean, people say that DRS is a gimmick when you think of Formula One, and I suppose it is. And this is similar, but it's a different way of doing it. So yeah, I quite like the tactical because you'll see someone go for it like to the front. Then a couple of others will go for it, and someone will keep it and have it like 2 minutes longer than the people in front of them to try and pull back it. It's a interesting tactic.
Yeah, in Rome, it definitely seemed kind of more of a defensive move to go for the boost, where here it's looking very much as an attacking bonus this time round.
Yeah, it was kind of like if you didn't go for it in Rome, then you missed out. So you had to go the extra mile to, not literally, but almost literally, going around the outside to pick it up and get that extra boost. Hopefully it'll come into play more as a tactic today.
Yes, definitely.
Hello, Tamzanaki. Good afternoon. Good evening.
Good afternoon, yes.
Used to streaming in the evening. Also worth noting that Formula One goes to Valencia as well. But this is a different layout configuration of Valencia to what you'd see Formula One cars.
This is the first time Formula E have been to this circuit.
Yeah.
So,
but the breaking news this week in Formula E was that they are racing the full Monaco circuit, which is exactly the same track as Formula One does. So you will get a bit of a comparison.
As well of mentioning Monaco, this weekend is the historic Monaco Grand Prix.
Yes, if you get a chance to watch any highlights, that I would really, really sort of recommend it.
Don't watch it live on YouTube this weekend. Watch us instead.
Yeah,
that's the highlights of that.
Because the Monaco historic Grand Prix is for all the people that have got old Formula One cars. And I say old, like I think it's 10 or 12 years plus. There are different classes you can race, and they race them literally around the Grand Prix track. So Monaco is a street circuit for 6 weeks. I think every 2 weeks they have a different one. So this week's the classic, then 2 weeks must be the E-Prix, and then the Formula One must be the last one of the 3.
Yeah, the Formula E is on the 8th of May. There's only one race from Monaco rather than the 2 that they've been doing previously. Yeah. There is also talk, though, of more collaboration between Formula One and Formula E, especially on tracks like Valencia, to do a whole weekend of it and add Formula E to the slate that already exists there. So you'd have your Formula 2, your Formula 3, the other one that I forget the name of, Formula E, and then the main event of Formula 1.
Yeah, and potentially the W Series as well, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm all for that. I think it'd be great.
Okay, who's had the haircut then, gents? Because it's not me, because I'm wearing a hat for obvious reasons.
I was just about to say, I'm surprised two of us aren't wearing hats.
Yeah, no,
what's wrong with you, boys?
I've just literally got out of the bath, so I didn't want to put a hat on wet hair, so I'm not wearing a hat for the first time since, like, probably August last year.
It's not me either.
Wow. Oh, well. I mean,
it must be Reese.
I haven't done a stream without a hat since October when I had my last haircut. So there you go. I don't see that changing either, until I find a chance to get there.
Mark Webber.
Oh, is he there as well?
He is.
He's a day out. He's normally on the channel for Formula 1, isn't he?
Yeah, so we've got a mix now. We've got Channel 4, we've got Sky with Reese's favourite Karen Chandok.
Yeah, he hasn't been on yet, has he? Oh, you watch him be doing the commentary.
He is doing the commentary, yeah.
Thanks,
because the other guy, whose name I also forget, is racing elsewhere this weekend. The guy
in the
who
USA,
normally does
I believe.
Yes. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. I've dropped the BBC iPlayer link in the chat for anybody who would like to watch along with us. We're not too far away from the beginning of the race. What are you expecting this week compared to the first time we did this? What was it, 2 or 3 weeks ago? Reese?
I think I know a little bit more sort of about it now. So I think it'll be the same because I was going into the race, I'll be quite honest, pretty blind, other than doing reading a couple of blogs and stuff and that. Now I know a bit more how the races work. I'm looking forward to Super Mario Boost, and I think it'll be interesting to see the start, because the start was quite hectic last time. It was fairly action packed. I don't think we made it around the first lap, without a yellow flag. So looking forward to that. And I just think it's quite close racing. If you look at qualifying this morning, what was it? They were all within a second pretty much in the top 10, 12, which was good. So yeah, more of that.
And Duff?
This circuit, I think, should be really interesting. We've got it's a lot wider track than what we saw last week, so it's going to promote a lot more overtaking. Being more of a traditional circuit, I think the last race in Rome was a lot of 90-degree turns, and they were kind of chucking it in to get it past. Where here, we're going to have a lot more, I think, typical racing. Yeah. We're going to get a lot more kind of traditional overtakes rather than just underdives. I think the last section on the straight where they've added in that chicane is just going to be chaos, because there's such tight corners. You saw in qualifying,
it is super tight. Yeah,
inches from each of the corners in there. So I think there's going to be massive challenges through that. I think it's going to be a really good race. And yeah, the top was it the Super Pole shootout? There was like less than 1/10 of a second between everyone to get into that. This track just massively promotes speed and racing, and yeah, it's going to be a good race today.
Yeah, I mean, when I first sort of saw that in qualifying this morning, that chicane on what we call the main straight, if it was a Formula One race, I was like, a bit strange. But then the more I thought about it, like when we were talking this morning, you think, well, when you try and get 24 cars through there, it'll be quite interesting, and I'm sure it will. So that should add some fun to it.
Yeah, I mean, who was it that in just before their Super Pole lap managed to clip the left-hand side of that chicane on the way out? Was it Van Dorn in the end?
Yeah,
on his warm-up lap.
Yeah, right at the end before he actually went into his proper qualifying lap, he clipped it.
Yeah, that was because he ran wide on the first corner after that, didn't he, as well? And Karun was saying, must be thinking he's got damage, and I thought, well, Karun, he did just hit the wall, you know.
I found a link for Rooster, but it won't let me post.
Oh, are you not a mod?
No.
Oh,
I'm a normo.
There, I posted it.
I'm a normo.
There, Rooster.
There you go, Rooster. It's live on US YouTube. Oh, Reese has just done it. Yeah, there you go.
Link.
Is it on Is it on YouTube? I was just as you were talking then, I was just looking at the US options. I think it's on CBS Sports Network on cable in the States. I don't think the race is live on YouTube, unfortunately.
Oh no, sorry, that's practice.
Yeah, no, CBS Sports on in the States. Yeah.
You've also got the link for the fan boost in there as well, so you can vote for who you want to give your fan boost to.
Yeah, let's get that open.
The only thing that worries me about this is what we found out last week, is if it's wet, there's no guarantee we're going to get a stand-in start.
Yeah, that grinds me, that, I got to say.
Yeah.
I don't understand it. And it could have been, like, because that tricky bend before the main straight, perhaps, I'm not sure, but I'm just keeping an eye on the Twitch feed to see if they come up.
Hopefully, on a track, we get a proper stand-in start.
Yeah, you'd think with an actual grid start and no corner within the first 100 yards that you could do a race start properly.
Yeah,
it shouldn't be a difficult concept, should it? That's the thing, and
not for what's the pinnacle of electric racing.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I mean, I'm quite surprised they didn't say to Karoon, just go and have a race as well, seeing as you're here, So, full of success.
He's a former Formula E driver.
He is, yeah. He is. He used to race for that Mahindra team that Brits are racing for now, if I remember correctly. But no, he like all Formula One drivers who, how can I put this play, didn't necessarily have the most success. He then went into Formula E and had even less success in Formula E, if I'm honest, and that was there.
Well, you can say it, Reese. The washed out of Formula One.
No. I'm not going to criticise people on this stream unless their name is Lewis Hamilton. In which case, it was fair game, innit?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, go on, you go first, Steph.
I was just going to update a bit on the weather. Currently on the radar,
Deathcast.
It's looking to, most of the rain is looking to stop within the next 20 to 25 minutes. Okay. But there is moisture in the air for most of the race. So you can't count it out, as we found out last weekend. Yeah, mildly moist.
Everybody's favourite word. Everybody likes a bit of moist, especially when you're racing.
Sounds like a pleasant night to me. Anyway.
So thank you for the hashtag Duffcast. We'll
absolutely
have to keep an eye on that throughout the race, because the rain definitely made a difference in the last race.
Yeah, it just adds that extra level, doesn't it? And
you thought that horn was for you.
That was like stereo sound or some nonsense. What the actual hell was that? Was that on the stream?
That's on the race.
I'm like, that sounded like it was in the corner of my room. I'm like, what the hell was that?
I thought it was someone outside.
Yeah, it only came through one headphone.
Yeah, it came through this side, and it came through like back here. Wow, that confused the hell out of me. Anyway, I've totally forgotten what I was in the middle of saying something, and I've totally lost my train of thought.
I don't know what the hell we were doing here.
If you're not watching the stream, you won't understand that. But
see ya.
One of every so often, there's klaxons on the track to like 5-minute warning, 15-minute warning, 10-minute warning, and all that kind of thing. And it just went off, and it only came through one headphone, and I just couldn't help laughing that you thought it was in the corner.
Yeah, I lost that. Anyway, what I was trying to do before we take our commercial break before the start of the race was take you through the grid, and I think I've got the right information this week rather than for the last round. So, listen intently and correct me if I'm wrong. But in pole, we've got Da Costa, followed by Gunter, Lynn, Buemi, Lotra, and Nato in the top 6. 7, you've got De Vries, Roland in 8th, Verlan in 9th, Cassidy in 10th, Sims, Vern, Dennis, and Rast 11 to 14. Fringe, Mortara, Evans, Seti Camera, and Blomqvist. At 20, it's Bird. Didn't have a particularly good qualifying. Degrassi in 21st. Muller in 22nd. Oliver Turvey in 23rd. And Van Dorn all the way back in 24.
I don't really know what Jaguar were up to in qualifying.
But
everyone else was keeping a really good gap to get the clean air in front. But for some reason, both Jags were right up the arse of the car in front. And it just goes to show that they went for a massively wrong strategy, with both being down in 17th and 20th.
Sam Bird was talking about lack of rotation in the car and how their car doesn't suit circuits as such. And what he means by that is that it works better on tight and twisty tracks where where it's left turns, right turns rather than sweeping turns. Because a lot of street tracks are like 90-degree turns, whereas Valencia isn't. It's quite sweeping. There's no like 90-degree angles other than the stupid chicane they've put in. And they just can't get the car to work properly on that kind of track.
They were chatting to the team principal earlier, and he's like, so what can you do for this? And he just said, well, we've got to hope we can do better for tomorrow's race. Didn't even consider this race. So I don't think the Jags are going to come into it at all. I think they're going to stay down the back there.
That's a real shame, really.
Yeah, massively. They're leading the championship at the moment, and now they're struggling to get even in the points.
That said, there is a conversation about this track being that perhaps the qualifying itself isn't really that big a deal because of the opportunity on many, many points to overtake, and that you could have a terrible qualifying start at the back of the field and it might not make a difference to you. You might be able to come all the way back through the field and win anyway. So perhaps don't count them out yet. Fingers crossed. But
compared to a street circuit, there's a lot more overtaking chances on what I'm going to call a proper circuit. Very true. Potentially that.
Let's just hope that the cars are more set up for the race than for qualifying. Because I think if they're set up for the race, then they'll come through. But we'll find out in a few minutes.
Yeah, 10 minutes. We'll be away. 7 minutes, sorry. And we'll be away.
Indeed. So I think that's a good time to take our first commercial break. Stay tuned. Find yourself a stream, get your snacks ready, and we'll be back in 2 to get you started from Valencia. Stay tuned.
See you shortly.
Hello everybody who isn't getting an advert right now. Here to creep you out with some ASMR. Welcome back to the Effing Racing Show from the DHL 2021 Valencia E-Prix. We're about 8 minutes from the start of the race, which you can join in and watch live in the UK for free on the BBC iPlayer. I'll drop the link in the chat again. You can also, if you're elsewhere in the world, head to the Formula E website, and they're actually pretty good at listing anywhere you can watch it, regardless of where you are in the world. Some more free than others, unfortunately. But if you're in the UK, join in. It's free. Why not? So, Duff, you've returned from the commercial with some snacks. I think we need to talk about this seaweed thing that you've got going on.
Okay.
What have you got?
I found these when I was in Korea. When you go out to like a fish restaurant or anything, you get a plate full of hundreds of different cuts of fish. You'll get your rice, you'll get everything else there, and you get these. These are little, basically, nori, the big sheets of seaweed.
Yeah,
it's just that, but smaller.
Oh, I do.
And you can either have them as like just crisps, or because they're kind of crispy, or you can wrap fish in them, wrap rice in them. It's just really nice as a snack. You can get like salt and pepper ones from Tesco's, and every supermarket does them. But yeah, I love them.
There you go. There you go. And what's the kind of the nutritional value of that? What's the calorie content? Is it a good snack to have if you're on a budget calorie wise?
Calories.
Eru, hello.
Yeah.
Good afternoon. Welcome in.
Where does it say the grams?
I've got some more of these salt and pepper, salt and vinegar, KP nuts.
Are they the same nuts as last time? Did you actually ever open them?
It's a huge bag. I mean, look at it compared to my head. It's a big thing of nuts. And today's
not got a small head, folks, either.
We're on Ornament from North Brewing Company today.
Okay, Jared. I think there's 10 slices in here, which equates to 30 calories.
No, it's not bad, is it? Really,
that's really good. Yeah,
calorie per eatage.
Might have to have a look at that and see if they're tasty. It doesn't seem like something that I would want to eat, to be honest. But I'll try anything once.
That's so nice, so nice. I think you can literally get different flavors, like salt and pepper flavored. These ones are kind of more like a cooked in olive oil kind of flavor, and yeah, they're lovely. Well recommended.
Okay then. Okay. We're all doing very well, Eru. We're just settling in for the Formula E. It's going to kick off in about 5 minutes. We're looking at the grid now, and there are some definite raindrops on the top of these cars. It doesn't look dry there.
No, not at all. That pit lane looks soaked.
Definitely more moist.
Hey, and the Mini's back.
Oh yeah.
That's a great car.
Magic Mike, welcome. Easy win for Max. You can end your stream. About that.
Yeah, Max is too good to be in this. This is like where non-good drivers in. They haven't achieved anything in Formula 1.
Oh, he's on it again.
Although you should be happy because I've got my Max Verstappen cap on.
Max Verstappen.
Trademark that one. That's a classic.
Surprise Tamzanaki didn't get in there first.
Yeah, I know. She slowed in. The Max Verstappen is back. I'd worn it for a while, so I thought I'd break out the orange. And,
works well with the red.
Well, yeah, it's just a bit more confusing, isn't it?
What a joke, Jess. As old as my granny. Yeah, well, if it's one thing that I'm fairly known for, it's a good dad joke, and that was properly dad joke kind of territory. That was.
I wouldn't say you're known for good dad jokes. You're known for dad jokes.
Fair enough. I mean, there isn't really such a thing as a good dad joke, so that is a misnomer in and of itself.
The standard is already pretty low, isn't it, before you start when you get on the dad jokes? But,
yeah. So it doesn't look like we're going to get the standing start. I think we are going to be starting behind that mini safety car.
That's the case.
I could be wrong. Gonna head out on a drive. I'll be back. Cool. We've inspired someone to go racing themselves. Enjoy your race. Eru, we'll see you soon.
Will you be in a normal combustion engine or will it be electric?
These are the questions.
Yeah. We need to know.
There we go.
Rain is falling.
All around me.
Here we go. So, Stoffel Van Dorn at the back of the grid for tyre issues, I believe.
He's going to have to shift from there, isn't he?
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see him try and come through and how he uses his boosts. Will he try and use them early, or will he try and get past as many people as he can and then kind of use them towards the end of the race?
Do we have a lap number? 45 minutes plus 1 lap. Okay, cool.
Yes.
They were doing 126 in qualifying, I think. So it's going to be wet, obviously. So you're probably looking at 150. So, I don't know, 25?
It was fairly damp during qualifying.
Yeah.
So he made 135, 140 maybe.
So you're looking about 30 laps, give or take. I think. Maths has never been my strong point, but...
No, nor mine. So I wasn't going to try and correct you there. My question is, obviously it was wet in Rome, but that was a street circuit. How does that compare now to on a proper race circuit? Is there going to be more grip, less grip than there was in Rome?
There'll be more grip. Way more grip, because if you think about it, if you're on roads, they've got paint for a start, they've got oil spills all over them from trucks and lorries that have been over them. Normally on a racetrack, it's the tarmac is fairly clean, for want of a better phrase, so you don't get oil coming to the surface and crap like that.
But then that can be a hindrance, because the best thing for these tyres is to have like rubber in the track to give them more grip. So with the rain, like you find in Formula One, they're not too keen on it raining between, say, qualifying and the race, because all the rubber put down is then washed away, which can then make it slightly less grippy.
Right.
It'll definitely be grippier than Rome.
Yeah.
But as a circuit, it might be a little slippy for them.
Yeah,
okay.
I think you're right there. I agree with that, Duff.
A comprehensive answer. Thank you very much for that. So we're looking at the grid now. Still waiting on word for whether we're having a regular start or a safety car start, rolling start. But
he would suggest that they're all on the grid, aren't they? So
yeah,
so's the safety car.
Yeah, I mean, do they do a formation lap ordinarily?
Yeah, I think so. I believe so.
So
we are starting behind. Okay, that's disappointing. But
we've got the green lights.
But the lights are green. The rubber is rolling, albeit slowly, and we are underway. The clock has started for the perhaps dullest start to a race in history.
The question for me is, when do they decide that the safety car can go in?
I guess it's after a lap.
It's just going to take them around, and it's going to be like a NASCAR rolling start, isn't it? I would have thought it would be.
Yeah, it surprises me the clock is already running, but I guess the energy is the energy. They've only got a certain amount, so they need to get the clock rolling.
They'll do what they did before. They'll dock it. And what we learned from last race is it's not an automatic thing. When they say they're going to dock the power, back in the garages, the teams have to actually enter how much power is being docked. And the problem we had with the last race, which is why I can't remember who it was, but whoever was second lost their place.
Yes, they did, yeah.
And that was because when they put the calculations in, the calculations were slightly wrong, and he used 2 more kilowatts than he was allowed to. And that's how we got that problem.
I want to say it was NATO, but my memory isn't really to be trusted.
I think it was.
Yeah, no, that was unfortunate, and it's another dynamic that this sport adds compared to other motorsports, that they can kind of dock your fuel, for lack of a better term. They can completely control how much fuel you use. The safety car is around the chicane. Will it come in at this point? Yes, we are off. We are fully underway with a green flag.
Now, rain in that corner is going to make a massive difference with two people fighting to get round that corner. We're going to see a lot more lockups. We're going to see a lot more skidding. It's going to make that interesting as soon as we get round there.
So no change to the opening kind of formation in the first lap so far. No real attempts to overtake with the safety car out of the way. DaCosta is heading off on somewhat of a lead. It seems to be, without the official update on screen, he seems to be a good 2 or 3 seconds ahead right now.
Lynn is looking
He's
good.
really pushing. Yeah, really pushing.
Thank you for the look, Mike. See you soon.
The other thing from this is in Formula 1, you've got the track limits. And here, it doesn't seem to be as big a deal. When we were watching qualifying, some of them were pushing the limits of the track. And, we've got a penalty already for technical infraction.
Yep.
Oh, it's going for...
Go on.
What was that? Oh, that was...
Oh, there it is.
Oh, look at that.
That was always going to happen here, wasn't it?
Yeah. So that's Bremen knackered because he's not going to get out of that.
Going around.
So we talked last time about the 90-degree corners. This is even worse than that. That's that's like a 120 degree.
Yeah.
That's insane to make them turn like that.
Right on the outside.
It's harsh. It's so harsh.
Oh, look at that squirm coming through the last chicane.
I love it. Don't get me wrong, but that is harsh.
Yeah.
Go on, Alex.
Yeah, that's really, really good.
So Magic Mike would like us to take a slurp of beverage.
If I must.
Cheers, gents.
Yes.
Refreshing.
Lovely. Oh, go on, Lynn.
Unlucky son.
I genuinely thought Buemi in that corner was going for the boost.
Yeah.
But he just completely missed the corner.
I think maybe that was the plan, but as soon as a yellow flag came in, perhaps he thought better of it and didn't want to be having the Mario Kart boost during a yellow flag. So, but it was squirmy. It was very squirmy.
So full course yellow is 50 kilometers an hour for all the cars. So it's slightly different to Formula 1 with a virtual safety car. It's 50 kilometers an hour is the quickest you can go.
Basically, they stick cruise control on.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's still stuck there. Buemi's stuck.
Now, I don't know what the rules are about him getting a push, because it's not as if he stalled it, is it?
No.
No.
You can probably restart it as long as everything is fine, but...
The only thing you have to the marshals have to care about is because it's all electric. That's why you just saw him with those massive gloves on. Just in case there is a fault, they want to make sure everything's okay before they even touch it.
Yeah. Look, Hugo, there's going to be a crash in the 120-degree corner. There already has been. Sebastian Buemi was kind of almost rear-ended on the top right corner of his car and spun around as he was trying to make the corner, and is now beached in the middle of said corner, half on the gravel, half on the track. And that is what has caused our first full course yellow flag of the day.
Full safety car now.
Full safety car now deployed.
Yep.
So they're having to bring on a crane to get him off, aren't they, is the reason for that.
I'm surprised those cars went out and over the gravel. That can't have helped their floor at all.
I don't think they have the level of sort of looking for complication in the floors on these mine that the Formula 1's cars are doing. I think it's all standardized.
It looks as though Buemi intentionally went wide so he could get in tighter so he could get a wider line around the corner.
Yeah. Follow more of a racing line.
Yeah. And And
whoever that was, Do we know who hit him?
Nah.
Not at the moment.
Well, whoever it was, they said nope.
It's just because he came out so wide and came across. To me, that would have said he was kind of pulling out of the way rather than shooting straight across.
You're right.
That is not the best.
Well,
Not the best way to take that corner with other cars around you.
just out of interest, boys, the Boost graphics are sponsored by our good friends at NLX again.
Oh,
Fantastic.
perfect.
And
Get them for all your NL needs.
pretty much
Although it's
91% across the board.
Keep yourself NL'd up with NLX.
It's fashion, didn't you say last week, Jez?
I
It's a fashion brand.
think it was Reese that did the research, but
Hashtag research.
They were a sustainable power brand. That's what they were.
Oh, okay.
and then we digressed into looking at the Formula E fashion wear.
The
Beyond
merch.
that,
We all love a bit of merch. Let's be honest.
We do love a bit of merch, yes.
It was Lotterer. It was Lotterer that crashed into Boemi.
So
He's now got no nose on the end of his car.
So he's still up in 9th. Is he going to drive without the nose? Does he need to come in and change that?
I think he might have to come in and change it. I think that's going to massively affect his aero.
We've been under the safety car for a few laps now, though. Surely he should have done that by now. Or maybe he has. Maybe he wasn't in 9th. Maybe he's dropped those places. I haven't focused in on him particularly.
I'm still saying on the race that he's in 9th.
Yeah.
Apparently it's properly raining now as well. The rain is bucketing down.
I love this camera angle. I love this camera angle.
The in-car shot is amazing.
Well, it's in their helmet. It's a camera that sits there.
Yeah,
so
you
you can
can
see as they're
look
moving
through
their
his
head
visor.
around, it tracks with them. That's really good.
Because you're looking through his visor if you look, because that's what the rain is on. It's well cool.
I'm intrigued. Are they cameras on the insides of the wing mirrors as well?
I think it might be, yeah.
Because they look like inward-facing cameras.
Oops.
Inward looking at the driver, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah, looking back. Yeah.
Right. So the track's clear now. Cool. That is a wet track.
The safety car is in. We're back
Let's go,
underway.
guys.
Let's hope there's no crashes under the safety car.
As the safety car comes in, you have to enjoy that massive Z chicane to start your race.
Yeah.
Stupid
go.
chicane.
As Lynn looks as though he may have lost out in that start.
No, he's all right. He's all right.
Oh no, there we go. Bunched up once we get down there.
I'm on 35 minutes flat. I don't know about the rest of you. But...
I'm hitting 35 minutes now.
Oh, that's all right. Then we're pretty close.
Yeah.
That's good. Better than last week. Or was it 2 weeks ago?
That was the Formula 1.
For the Formula 1, we were all over the place. I was in another time zone for the Formula 1.
Wasn't it didn't we work out from a pit stop? We were like 25 seconds behind or
something? I was 25 seconds behind, yeah.
Oh, another 4 kilowatts gone.
Absolutely insane. But I fixed my Wi-Fi now, so
perfect.
I should be able to sync us all up again next time.
So here we go. We are rolling.
Come on, Alex.
And what we got? Costa's showing the form he was in both practice sessions and is now just miles ahead.
Yeah, I mean this
Formula 2 as well.
This stoppage really affected Da Costa because he was on to quite a lead before they had to stop.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hopefully
he had
can
like 2.5
resume that
seconds,
now.
Didn't he?
He did look like he was a good 2 seconds ahead. He's already 1.6 seconds ahead of Gunther.
I think, has he taken a tighter line? Lynn taking a tighter, I think he's just trying to get out the spray to see, to be honest.
He's getting in his mirrors a bit, and he's saying, hello, I'm here. Sticking the odd jink in, the odd jive, Getting a bit fighty, isn't it?
Massive queues now. Massive queues in that weather.
He's holding that queue up, isn't he? As well.
It seems incredible how slow these cars look going through that chicane when we know better. They're actually not going very slow, but the illusion.
50 through there, I think we said.
Yeah,
definitely.
I mean, try doing that in your road car, and you wouldn't even get past the first part of the corner. You'd be on the other side of the road.
Yeah, you'd split that first corner of the chicane straight through and cut your car down the centre.
Oh
no,
Oh,
Alex!
debris flying through.
There's something.
Oh no, something wrong with Lindsay.
Yeah, there's something hanging off it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's flapping about all over the place.
Possibly with Gunther, maybe.
They'll black and white flag him if that carries on, because if that comes off, someone could get hurt.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that was close.
Yeah, no, that is bouncing around.
Yeah.
Something off the
the
rear of the
by DeVries though.
Yeah, it was a good move.
Right, let's see what happens in the 120. No. Oh!
Good move, Sen.
That was a great move.
Well done, Roland.
That was very aggressive.
Brilliant, yeah.
Okay, we've got some attack modes starting at the back of the field. Seti Camera, Blomqvist and Turvey have taken the Mario Kart zone. There's a big battle going on at the front here.
Yeah, massive.
Oh!
Oh dear. As they come through the chicane.
Oh, brilliant.
You've got a little bit of love tapping in the back, sending a few of the cars on a bit of a wobble. This is very close racing.
DeVries has done great to get into second there. Really has.
So after all of that opening excitement, the top six at the moment is Da Costa leading quite handily. De Vries, Gunter, Lynn, Roland and Sims behind him. Lynn has just retaken his third place.
Brilliant racing.
Good move that was. Good racing.
Yeah. Held him all the way around those two corners. Superb.
Here's Anthony
really
Lynn.
Good.
So we like seeing the Brits do well. So you've got
fight, basically, from his team.
Yeah.
Oh, yellow flag out.
Oh, it's Degrassi again. What a surprise.
Oh, he's off.
He's in the gravel.
De Gravelly?
De Gravel.
He's in De Gravel.
He's in De Gravel.
Didn't even make it to the 120-degree turn. Oh!
I say.
What was that? Oh, Gunther's gone for attack mode.
Yep.
Up the front, we got two Brits in the top 5. That's what we want.
In the corner that we just saw there, I do like that they have put a physical barrier on it. In other motorsports, you would see that corner being cut quite heavily and taking a wide line around the outside, but the barrier being there as a physical thing really forces them to stay on the track. I like that.
Yeah, I think it's just a thing. They're so much more used to it racing on street circuits where there isn't any give.
No, it's
all.
that barrier is usually the corner of a building or something.
Yeah. So Gunter is still. Oh, look at the rear ends of these cars are squirming when they try and put the power down.
It's a drive-through for
talking these. Ooh. Oh yeah.
So that was for the hit on Buemi. He has been penalised. A drive-through penalty is probably a bit tame, to be honest, for completely rear-ending a guy.
Yeah, because he took him out, didn't he, as well? That's the thing. So you think, well...
Yeah. To be fair, in this, with how close they are, that's probably going to put him straight to the back.
You'd hope so, yeah.
Yeah.
The onboard camera then, with all of the kind of digital lag going on, it did look like they were trying to hide the driver putting up the middle finger to someone or something. It looked like one of those kind of censorship blocks.
Bottas last weekend.
So the top 6 have now got boost.
Yes, they have.
Yeah.
Bird got up to 19th as well, worth noting.
Brilliant. Yeah, Evans up to 14th.
Van Dorn's got the 16th from the back as well.
The middle of the field are yet to take an attack mode. From 7 through 16 are all sat there waiting to use it. You'd assume next lap that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I think they'll all go together as well, because there's not much in it. What are we talking?
Minutes
like
left.
Oh, Lara has pitted. Let's see where he goes back to. There's
So
a lot of gaps.
After 8 official laps, De Vries is 2.9 seconds behind Da Costa now. So Da Costa is marching on.
Yes, massively. And De Vries is gone as well, because what is there? Another 4 seconds.
Yeah.
Or is it? I think it's all
It's
behind
from the start, yeah. So another 2 or so
seconds.
seconds behind. So Lynn's really going to have to push if he wants to get up to De Vries in second.
Definitely.
How dare they make us do maths?
I know. Wow, look at that camera.
It's not as user-friendly, is it?
No, not at all.
As we all know, the rich people that watch Formula One can't do maths, and they're spoon-fed all the information that they might need.
So we like it.
So yeah, Lara has now been put back to the back of the grid in 23rd.
Good. That's pretty much what he deserved, I think.
It's hard not to sort of go with that, to be fair. Oh,
a little hit there. Oh,
wee! Spinny.
Spinneroonie.
Was that a Mercedes or a Jaguar that's just gone for a little turn?
I think it was a Jaguar.
Let's have a look.
And Da Costa has
I think they said it was Blomqvist down in 20th. They've got a similar colour car.
I was about to say that Da Costa has set the fastest lap, but then immediately on his tail, De Vries sets the fastest lap. And it doesn't seem to have made much difference to the gap between them, but maybe something can start to fall off from Da Costa, and De Vries can maybe close that gap a little bit if he keeps putting up fastest laps.
So Verline in the midfield has now decided to take his attack mode. Oh,
go on, Lynn.
Yeah, his front left tyre cover is damaged. Is that Roland?
No, it was
Sims. Same car, different driver.
Yeah. So yeah, damage on his car.
That was a good move there from Roland.
Great move by Roland.
Very good.
He's a very aggressive driver, as Roland. I do appreciate that about him.
Yeah, both of the last 2 races, he massively pushed through the field, even when at the back.
It's got a big old go home with him, isn't it?
Yeah. That's the kind of racing that you want to see. You want to see people really, really fighting for places. You don't want to see people resting on their laurels and being happy with the position they're in.
Taking the attack mode basically almost guarantees you the inside line for that turn 9, 120-degree corner.
Yeah.
If you look when they go round it, they might lose a place, but for the next person, they've got the inside line.
That's
interesting.
Yeah, the way it works out, you're right there.
So struggling to see anything through that helmet cam.
Yeah. That must be nuts.
Yeah. No, you could physically see the driver try and wipe the visor of their helmet.
Yep. Gunter.
It's Gunter, yeah.
He's
out.
Yeah. He has... His wheels are spinning. He's not getting out of that.
No. Oh, they're covering up the bottom of the steering wheel?
Oh, is that what they're doing? He's so annoyed with his car, he's flipping at the bird.
Yeah. Damn you, steering wheel.
There you go. That makes more sense. I did wonder what it was they were censoring.
And it's a family-friendly stream, because none of us have sworn yet.
No, we haven't. Give it time.
Is that a competition, Diff, or we...
Yeah, I think so. See who's the last one. See if we can keep it family-friendly. It's something I've never said before.
Well, I mean, you only swear when you need
Safety car's out.
It's still early here in the UK, and it's even earlier in the United States. So,
indeed.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I didn't actually vote for the fan boost. I opened the page, was like, oh, I'll do that later, and then I didn't.
I did.
I didn't vote.
For Bird.
So we've got Da Costa, Cassidy, Van Dorn, Bird, and Degrassi with fan boost whenever they choose to use it.
I went with Bird. He needed a boost.
Likewise.
And the last time I watched Formula E, we're talking a good couple of years ago, there was only one driver got the fan boost.
Yeah. Full. Got a safety car, boys, again.
Yep.
It'll be another couple of minutes until they get
To
that
be
sorted.
fair, it's a bit annoying, but with how close and good the racing in this, it's quite nice to back them all back up again.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you're right. As the cars started to separate out a bit, you didn't see quite as many, attacks to try and take places. This will close them up and really force a bit more competition. So yeah, you're not wrong.
Equally, it'll cool the tyres down, which makes the first few corners and that once again less grippy.
A bit squiffy.
We might get a little bit squiffy.
There's a difference between the street
circuits. The customer must be annoyed because every time he gets out a massive lead, and then the field's bunched up again.
Yeah,
especially with how quick De Vries has been. This could give us a battle for the lead, which we haven't had since qualifying.
It seems that they just black out the sort of dashboard and what the switches are on the wheel, doesn't it? Even Formula 1 doesn't do that. You can read the steering wheel normally.
Yeah. No, it can't be, because his steering wheel's upside down now, or is it?
No, it isn't.
No, it isn't.
But
that's really interesting.
Blurred where the switches for the power and everything else are, and the drivetrain and the diff and all that. But even in F1, you can read what's on the dashboard a lot of the time, can't you? What gear they're in, how fast they go in, and stuff.
I wonder why they've done that.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a bit bizarre. I mean, I suppose, would there be information on there that could give other teams an advantage if they knew it? But surely nobody's got, the time to be doing that when they're focusing on their own guy. I don't know. The safety car is coming in on this lap, so we're about to get properly underway again with 20 minutes and change left in the race, plus one lap, of course. The top five is Da Costa, leading De Vries, Lynn, Rowland and Sims. Sims, unfortunately, had to waste the majority of his Mario Kart boost in that safety car. Green flag again. We're underway.
So, quick update on the Duffcast. It appears that the wind is now blowing the most of the rain away, as you can see.
It does look brighter.
And so hopefully it's just, there was a little wobble. You don't want to get on the curb. Is that Lynn? No, it's Sims.
No, it's
Sims with his bent front cover. But yeah, you do not want to get on any painted surface at the moment. Not with how damp it is.
No.
That is really going to affect your day. Yeah, Da Costa and Vries are getting away, but between each other, we're going to have a good fight here.
Yeah, De Vries seems to be staying a lot closer this time round.
Team radio.
The plan is to draft, basically, behind Da Costa for De Vries.
To try and
it's not going to be easy with a spray like this.
No.
That must be to try and save battery or to try and get an extra couple of % out of it, perhaps.
Yeah, definitely.
If you're drafting, you're using less power, aren't you?
I mean, if you have an idea in your mind that you are going to be able to overtake at some point, maybe you are saving it until a bit later so that you're not having to defend and use your power to defend for another 19 minutes.
I'm a big believer of just all out. Balls out, go for it. Yeah.
Ooh, interesting. Apparently, Sims has a lot more energy than Sims at the moment.
Lynn, you mean?
Yeah, Sims has a lot more energy than Lynn.
Right.
What did I say?
You said Sims twice.
Yes, that's what I meant. He's got a lot more energy than Murray.
Yeah, he's got a lot more energy than himself. He had his energy bar this morning.
Yeah,
he's been on the power bar.
So what have we got? 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th have all gone for attack mode. Ooh, it's a little wider line through there. So, ooh, it's a little slide there for Da Costa.
He's pushing it, isn't he?
We're not really getting much of a dry line at the moment.
No. I mean, these drivers seem to move around the track a lot more than in Formula One on the racing line. So maybe the water is just being spread about, and it isn't getting a chance to clear off and form a true racing line. Like when you look at this shot coming around the attack mode, obviously that creates a wide berth.
Yeah. So Lynn and Roland now have gone for the attack mode.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. This is a good shot from the helicopter.
I don't think the tyres are the same as the water shifting ability of the Formula One tyres either, and they're also thinner than the Formula One tyres as well. They're not like they're sort of garden rollers for Formula One tyres.
Yeah,
so twice on ahead.
All to reduce drag and save power.
Mm-hmm. Fastest lap for Fringe in 8th.
Yeah, but so I just missed who's got what boost left.
To wait for the.
But most of them, it looked as though they had none or one left.
Yes.
Which is odd because if this starts to dry now, we're going to just get a drier and drier line for the end of the race. You'd want to save one.
I probably would have saved a couple. And yeah, the last 15 minutes, just push.
Yeah.
Yeah, the amount of energy is not a stat that they offer on the live timing, unfortunately.
No.
Got pretty much everything else.
Yeah, I think it looks as though we're in the stage of them just saving power.
Yeah. There's the pushing and the aggression has waned at this stage, saving it for the last 5 minutes, I would suppose.
Hopefully, we get an end of a race this time without safety car interruption.
Yeah. Yellow flag.
Although it did help for the second race. Oh, yellow flag.
Sete Kamara's dropped it.
Dropped it in the gravel.
Yep. From what I can see on the live feed. There he is.
Oh, typical. Just as De Vries is told he can push.
Yeah. And yeah, just as he's activated the attack mode, this is going to be completely wasted for him now.
Yep, massively.
That is key, I think.
Yeah. It's what we saw in Rome, that the guys lost out massively when that safety car came out. Ooh. Yeah, Van Dorn has dropped down from 14th to 19th.
Yeah,
so Evans is in the pits.
Seti Camera seems to have stacked it on that 120 degree turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just retiring.
Is he retiring?
Looks like he's about to drive it into the pits.
Yeah.
The garage, rather. Evans, that is.
Yeah, Evans is done. He's going in.
Yeah.
Well.
Not good at all.
So 14 minutes left.
I mean, Bird's up to 11th now.
Yeah.
But he's going to lose his attack mode as well.
But he's still got his fan boost to use. I don't think he's used that yet.
Is it me, or does Evans' helmet look very much like Jensen Button's? That bit at the side looks like the JB that he had with the lines coming off.
Maybe it's deliberate. I mean, it does look like a kind of a dragged out E, so maybe it's a homage of sorts.
Yeah, definitely.
Homage or Jenson.
So where we...
He's just had accident on his own.
He just got pushed wide and then...
Yeah, old Sete Kamara has just gone off on his own.
There he is. Oh, no.
No, that's Van Dorn, isn't it?
Yeah.
But then Sete Kamara is already there.
Yeah. So that's his teammate that he then pushes off.
There we go. That is why Evans has retired. He has
because he crashed.
He's smashed in his wheel on the left front in an effort to eliminate SETI camera. Nice.
Yeah, well done. He could have just dropped a banana. It would have had the same effect. That's one thing we should do. I think we should have if we can get something to play it on, we should have a Effing Racing show Mario Kart race.
Did you say Micro Machines?
Micro Machines can happen very easily.
Worded slightly differently. I'm up for a Micro Machines run.
Absolutely. We'll have a special.
Watching you guys at it, I can't be any worse.
Oh no! Oh, well. Oh, okay.
There's a challenge.
All right. We will tag team him on the sponge, James. We'll have him.
He's not going to get past us on the sponge, is he? Let's be honest. He's not a sponge veteran like you and I.
I've seen the clips. I could just wait it out and just let yourself both drive into the water.
That's not a bad shout, actually. Yeah, I didn't really think that through.
See, I've come from the outside, so I've already been thinking.
That's what she said.
So back under the safety car. Da Costa's still in the lead from De Vries. Sims in third. Lynn in fourth. Roland fifth. Natto sixth. Verline up to seventh. De Vries. Oh no, sorry. Fringe in eighth. Cassidy ninth. Dennis in 10th. And Bird now up to 11th. He's had a good race. We haven't really seen him for most of it, but he's had a good race up from what? 20th, 19th, 20th?
Yeah, he was, I think 20th, something like that.
Has Dennis climbed with him? Dennis was fairly low after qualifying, wasn't he?
Yes, he was.
Yes.
So we've got two done quite well there.
I wondered if the safety car was coming in then, because they were massively backed up around that corner.
It is coming in this lap.
Ah, there we go.
So I think there are definitely people holding people back.
Oh, he's got a wibble on.
Oh, some different racing lines around there.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not under race conditions yet.
No,
we are.
Now we are.
Line. Go. Now we are. So
nobody has used their fan boost yet. All four are still available.
Close the field up again. Here we go. There's Bird in the back there. I think he could get in the top 10 at this rate.
Well, I think he might just wing it.
Yeah.
Da Costa is about 2% down energy-wise on De Vries, so that could come into play, especially if De Vries hangs back, drafts for a bit longer, and then waits to attack at the end.
The front runners have got so much more power. Do you think it's just because once they've come in behind the safety car, they've been able to get off the power more?
And it's a clearer track as well, isn't it? It's just a mental thing.
Yeah.
Perhaps. It's, we'll have to see if
Bird Costa's using his fan boost.
Yeah, I suppose how much does this spray really kind of hamper the aerodynamics of these cars and then make a sap on energy?
Oh!
A little bit, I think.
Wow, well done.
Ooh, wibble on around there as well.
Using the fan boost to help him stay ahead whilst getting attack mode. Very clever idea.
Double it
1% more energy. But then De Vries has lost his last fan boost because he used it just before the safety car.
Yes, he did, yeah.
His attack mode.
As long as he can stay. Look at the difference. Wow. It's definitely, there's almost 10 kilometers an hour difference.
With
full power with the attack mode. Yeah. Oh, hello. Natto.
He's going for Verline in
Ooh.
6th.
Oh, little
Yeah.
tap. Little tap.
Lovely bit of wheel-to-wheel racing as we go around several corners.
This is... Oh,
These guys are
wow.
still fighting.
How did he stick that?
On the
How
paint.
did he stick that?
I don't know. He was lucky, wasn't he?
Oh. Wow, he's lost out 3 places on that.
Their fight really allowed the 7th and 8th places to just bomb their way through.
Natto went wide and lost out.
Karun's just realised that Natto went wide. Yes, Karun, we saw that 30 seconds ago.
Wow.
And Natto has now dropped all the way to 10th.
Hang on, Karun, I haven't seen that yet.
Roland has moved up into 4th. He's overtaken Lynn.
Wow.
Brits in 4th and 5th and 8th. Third now, up to 8th, boys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Lotter is having a strong race after starting from the back. He's got himself back up to 15th.
Oliver Turvey is up to 12th after starting this race at the back, pretty much.
Yep.
Yeah, doing very well.
Definitely a lot more overtakes available on this track.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers indeed.
Such different racing between the 2 races. It's unreal.
So you're top 10 again with all of these changes. Da Costa leads De Vries, Sims, Roland and Fringe is your top 5. In 6th is Lynn, Cassidy, Bird, Natto and Dennis in 10th. De Gravely in 12th. So speaking of somebody De Gravely, who is that?
Boom. That is the other Nissan?
Yeah. It's
Nissan. Is that Lotterer? That's Lotterer.
It looks like Lottery, yeah. I think he just dropped that.
Yes, it will be.
So most of the kind of crashes or eliminations from this have happened at the back of the field. It's not so much at the front. It's just losing it. Unforced error.
Safety car with 5 minutes left again.
I was just while we're doing this, I was just checking the weather for tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
And currently it looks as though it'll be a dry race tomorrow.
I do like the idea of 2 massively contrasting races because you don't want the same experience twice, do you? So if we're having a wet one today, let's have a dry one tomorrow. That sounds kismet.
Yeah, there's only sort of 40-50% cloud coverage. So it'll be cloudy, but
dry.
Yeah, and pretty windy.
That's always good.
Well, thank you for the Duffcast.
No worries.
Gonna have to get some little graphics that pop up for Duffcast.
Yeah, hilarious.
And some more for research as well. They are definitely
calling
things.
A research or Duffcast.
Wow, we are talking probably around 30-mile-an-hour gusts tomorrow, so that'll make the racing interesting.
The
wind is massively going to pick up from today.
It does make a big difference.
Yes.
So on this restart, is this where De Vries makes that attack on Da Costa with?
He's going to have to.
Like 3 or 4 minutes left by the time the safety car comes back in, maybe less than that. He's got to go for it, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. The problem now is that Lynn or Roland? Sims.
Sims in third.
Sims behind is also going to be on a massive attack.
De Vries, look at the energy though.
Yeah. Oh,
2%
wow.
more.
Yeah, De Vries has got 2% more energy, so he's going to massively go for it.
And you can bet that Roland in 4th is going to be pushing for all of his life.
Yeah.
So Sims is really going to have to defend while trying to take advantage of what's going to be a battle in 1 and 2. So this restart, I think, is key. It's probably the biggest restart of this race so far.
Yep. Definitely. Natto's shafted.
you notice in a race where there's no bumps and jumps, there's no overpower.
Yeah, definitely.
Which
That's
was
the
a big
benefit.
key for the last 2 races.
That's the benefit of being on a racing circuit rather than streets, isn't it? As well, that's one of the
Yeah.
other differences, I
Yeah.
suppose. Is it
Apparently
generally it's smoother?
A safety issue with the brakes was Evans, I believe.
Okay. It's only brakes; they don't need them.
Yeah, you were right about Nato. He's down on 17% compared to the average of 2021 for everyone else.
Yeah.
That guy really can't look after his energy, it seems.
No.
So there's at least another lap of safety car.
Yeah.
So we should get. It might well be a 1 lap shootout the way this is going.
So yeah, this is the last lap behind the safety car.
So depending on how quickly get around with the safety car.
You just got to fingers crossed that nobody in the back of the field cocks this up and forces another safety car to finish, because that's all it'll take.
They can't with 1 lap because they could only do course yellows and slow it down, because you could only pick the safety car up again from the beginning of the next lap.
Penalty for Van Dorn.
5-second time penalty.
It's not going to affect him that much all the way down in 14th, is it? Yeah.
No, I should imagine it'll put him last.
He's not in the points. He's not going to get to the points. Whatever at this stage.
No, definitely not.
The safety car is in.
So 2 lap sprint then. Because we get this lap, and then it'll be +1 once the time goes, isn't it? So
yes, yeah.
Laps.
Yeah, we'll definitely get a lap underway.
Oh, you can tell he's pushing. Look how close he is.
He's waiting.
DaCosta's going to have to manage this really well.
Yeah.
I don't think the power, unless they do a massive drop once we get underway, the power is not a concern.
No.
Compared to last
it'll literally drop. It'll drop down to about, I think, 3% or something ridiculous.
Well, they'll shoot it now, won't they? Here he goes.
There'll be a massive drop off. Here we go.
Right, we've got 34 seconds left.
Whoa.
So we will get our 2 laps in.
Don't show.
He's pushed him wide.
Force out wide.
Well.
Yeah, he can't overtake. No one can overtake yet.
So they've made that drop on the power. Nato's making it 1%.
He's going to have to retire.
7% for De Vries. Right, here we go. All massively different lines coming down that straight to get out of the spray.
I don't think DaCosta can finish this race at full tilt. There's no way you can do it with 4%.
Look at Nato's done. 0%. Yeah. How's he gone back up? What?
What do you mean?
No sense.
He just dropped a couple of places, Nato. He's down to 11th from 9th.
He's gone up to 0.2 from 0.
Oh, in power, yeah. I guess it's the emergency, crawl home power.
Yeah.
He's retiring. He's dropped right the way to the back of the field.
Guess there's no point, is there? If you've used all your power, you might as well call it quits.
Yeah. There's one more lap left. And Dennis is 1.9.
They're all in trouble.
I don't know if half these cars are going to finish the race.
Only De Vries and Cassidy have realistically got a chance. Oh, and Van Dorn in 15th.
De Vries and Muller might be the only cars to finish.
They're all in the red.
Yeah.
I nearly swore I didn't. They're stuck.
To go yet.
They ain't going to do it. Half this field are not going to finish stuff. I'm going to put a beer on it.
They being, Formula E themselves, have massively impacted the end of this race.
Yeah.
Look at it. He's going to stop.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry. This makes a mockery of it.
I don't like this. I don't like this at all.
That's a mockery of it.
All of the field of
None of them are going to finish.
no.
Well, what happens here then? I wonder. Oh well, De Vries will, because he's got 2% left, so he'll probably limp around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 of them are out.
No.
Oh, yeah, at the moment we're looking at a De Vries, Muller, and Cassidy top 3 because nobody else is going to finish.
None of them
Van
have
Dorn
finished
uses
the power.
attack mode.
Van Dorn's using it. Yeah, well, that's not going to help at this stage, is it? That's just
Well,
going
it
to waste
is.
even more of his power.
No, but he's got enough to get around because he's still got 2.5%, so he'll probably make it around. Van Dorn's at the 7th now. Look at him. That's a genius. Genius.
And he's still got
If
his
he can,
boost.
if he can get over Cassidy, that puts him in third.
Yep.
Because Roland, DaCosta, and Sims are going to have to drop. They'll drop very, very shortly. Here you go. It begins. DaCosta's dropping.
Is amazing. Yeah.
I'm not impressed with this. I guess.
No, I'm not impressed
Stupid
either.
idea.
But this is the teams. It's not Formula E.
But the teams
but it's
are
not.
rules, though, Dave.
No, it's not. The teams are just administering the edicts. They were on 20-ish%, and the Formula E powers that be turned around and said, "Here is your drop. You're dropping 18%."
It's a set drop per lap.
He's not even going to make it across the line, is he? Oh, De Vries will. Don't put your foot down on the main
So
straight.
basically, what it is the team have been saying go 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 when they didn't have the power to do it.
This is nuts.
Is anyone actually going to cross the line?
Muller and Van Dorn have done it, just about, I think. Nope. Roland's not good enough. Cassidy.
No, they're there. They're there.
Yeah.
Roland and Sims have managed it, but they're on.
But they've got 0.
Everyone's on 0. Yeah. I don't know what this
That's
means
it.
after the race. Are they going to be
No.
disqualified like Nato was?
Yep, you're out. If you're on 0 when you cross that line, you're out. That's the rules. So the only people that have finished, Cassidy on 0.1, obviously De Vries as well.
Yeah. Rast.
Rast. Yep. Rast
Who's got
will
the
make
most
it.
power on 1%, 0.9 now.
But they're having to drive at 5 mile an hour to get over the line. I'm sorry.
No.
I can feel a rant coming here.
Like I know that you have a natural bias against this, but I'm totally with you. I don't like this.
So, as I understand it, and I might be wrong, right? But if you cross that line with 0.0%, you're disqualified. You cross it with 0.1, then that's all right because you still got some of your power left. Oh, shut up, Karun. And
So does that mean that only 3 cars are going to finish this race?
well, as I understand it,
Yeah.
so Van Dorn's getting his penalty now, but it ain't going to make any difference because he's that far ahead. Because I think he actually finished the race.
Yeah, he finished in 5th.
Yeah. Wow. Well, there's some drama there, boys. There's some drama.
There is, and that's not to say that De Vries didn't deserve to take that first place.
No.
Before that drop, he still had a good 3% on DaCosta.
Yeah.
So he managed to manage his power really well, no matter what.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't like the idea of having to manage your power and then having an arbitrary drop. I don't know. It isn't sitting right with me.
I mean, on the
power was available, obviously. The batteries have come on long enough that they could have done this whole race.
on the Formula E, they're just saying that the teams. So I'm just seeing if they've updated it with the battery power, but they haven't, do they? So on the commentary, they're saying they're all going to be disqualified, which is how I understand it as well.
Yeah.
I think you guys are on the same boat as me.
That would be my interpretation also, based on what we saw last time with Nato.
So they're saying Van Dorn's going to be third now.
Technically, it's overpower because they've used more than the 250 that's available.
Absolutely. 10 drivers have actually finished the race. because of that. Before there was only 3 out, wasn't it? Maybe 3 or 4 out, something like that, from a field of 24. I want to say. Wow, just wow.
Yeah, Da Costa 7th because of that.
There's got to be some. I mean, as you all know, I'm very much rules of rules when it comes to motorsport, and that's how it should be. But in this situation, rules have just ruined it, haven't they?
Yeah, I mean, the principal idea of this is to race. And so if you are creating a rule that will kind of slow people down and prevent them from going out there and racing to the best of their ability, then what's the point?
I was going to say then that the battery rules are there to stop them racing flat out. All motor races should be flat out. Then I remember the Formula One has a similar thing with fuel flow, and sometimes they have to save fuel and they drive a bit slower. But I can't remember the last time I seen a Formula One car run out of fuel.
No, plus you can't knowingly start cars with 2 laps to go on 3% energy.
No, they were burning about 2.5 to 3% a lap, weren't they? Give or take. Sometimes more, depending on what they were doing, I guess. But yeah,
and the conditions are going to play a big part into that. So what are they saying? That if you find that you are burning 3% a lap because of the rain, you have to back off and not attack and use that energy. It just
you have to turn the voltmeter down a bit and use a bit less power. No,
that's nonsense.
Well, yeah, I'm on the same page there. Let me see what's going on. So I'll do some research.
Please do.
That is part of the sport. That is it.
Yeah, they haven't updated their own page yet. They're still showing
the Super Pole. I looked as well. Yeah.
Wow. But, there you have it, folks.
That's. To be fair, we've had a different ending every race.
Well, yes.
Yes, there is that.
A massively different ending.
I think because they must have like a burn rate, and I wonder if it was during that last safety car where they said there was another 2 kilowatt or whatever it was reduction, and the teams had said, right, you've got X amount left, stick your foot down, not expecting or not anticipating, shall I say, then like another safety car, and maybe that's what's caught some of them out.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to know whether these numbers are standard or whether they are based on like a safety car and not using as much power during a safety car, so that they take a certain amount away mathematically.
Yeah, there's a ratio they use to work it out. So I guess on laps per safety car equates to so much reduction in like power. Because it's always like 2 or 3 or 4 kilowatts, depending on how long the car's out. So I think there must be some kind of formula they use to work out what you've used. But it's fallen down here, isn't it? I think is this.
It's definitely affected the quality of the racing, which surely cannot be their goal. I understand the energy efficiency and trying to do that. It's noble, and I that's something I enjoyed about this sport when we first watched it a couple of weeks ago. But to adversely affect the end of the race to this level, no, it just doesn't sit right with me. No. For the guy who has led the entire race to have to kind of bow out basically and drop all the way down to 7th, 8th, 9th, whatever he's ended on.
Through no fault of his own either, really.
No.
Driving the car. Yeah, the team are controlling the energy usage or what, turn it up or turn it down. And I think that's because Formula One or motor racing should be as much about the driver as it is sort of about the team. Just ask Lewis Hamilton. And that kind of takes it away from me.
Yeah.
Having said that,
I know what you mean.
I do still enjoy Formula E, but I think that was perhaps a situation where they maybe need to do a little bit better for themselves and like the viewers. Because if someone was watching that who didn't know what was going on, or thinking, well, why are these cars stopping in the middle or slowing down and not finishing the race?
Yeah, why were they dropped from 20% to 3%?
I mean, this is so Stoffel Van Dorn did get 3rd place.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Nico Muller, who was in like 18th place for the majority of the race, is in 2nd.
Yeah.
Through no fault of his own. to throw the term the other way.
So Bird got some points as well, which I suppose is good from Britwatch. And
12 finishers.
Yeah.
yes,
Must have been on 0.01 or something, just about eked it through.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
If they make the same mistake tomorrow, won't it?
Yeah.
On like the same track, different conditions, but the same track. So the ratios and the amount of power they're using per lap, although it'll be a little bit more because it's dry, so they'll use more power when it's dry, I would imagine, because they go faster. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one.
I've watched them racing over the past few years, and I've never seen that before in my life.
It's just such an anticlimax, isn't it? We were looking forward to seeing what they could do, going flat out against each other in that last lap, that battle for the top within all of the top 5, and then all of a sudden it was laps. No, they can't do anything because they've all not even run out of power. They've all had their power reduced by someone else.
I mean, they would have had 2 laps because it still would have been time once the clock had gone. So then it's +1. So it would have been a great sort of finale because everyone was bunched up. You think about that chicane and the rest of it coming in towards the end for the last couple of laps. Everyone would have just gone full send, sort of Danny Rick style down the inside. They robbed themselves of their own spectacle.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to have energy management be a part of this sport, why not start everybody with a lot less power? So, they took off like 18% then. They took off a good 30% earlier. Why not just start everybody at like 50% power, and then you have to manage that yourself throughout the entire race. You've got no surprises. You're not waiting to guess whether there's a safety car, because that's the worst thing. Is you've got to try and guess whether there's a safety car and whether you're going to have to worry about having your energy drops as a result of that.
Surely it's better for racing if they can keep their power during the safety car, because it's going to promote more racing afterwards because they will have saved power.
Yeah.
I mean,
could you imagine that ending of the race if they had all the power that they would have lost through the safety car? That would have been one hell of an ending.
Oh yeah, and I think that if you did that and you said, right, you've got, let's just pluck a number, say you've got 1,000 kilowatts to get you through the race. How you use that 1,000 kilowatts throughout the race, regardless of safety cars, turn it up, turn it down, do what the hell you want, is up to you. But that has to include your Mario Kart zone as well. So maybe you get an extra 20 allowance for that, so you have 1,050, give or take. But then to artificially control the race by taking the power away, create a situation like that we've just seen there, I just think, oh well, great.
Yeah. No, with the exception of De Vries, I don't think any of the drivers had any impact in their own position in that race at the end.
No.
Basically, what we're saying is for Stoffel Van Dorn, for having his penalties, it's actually benefited him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
He's managed to save the power.
Yeah, he had to turn down his engine to serve his penalty, and so has conserved power.
Yeah.
And has now got himself a 3rd place for having committed a penalty.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. Exactly right.
Ungood.
Ungood. I like that. Very good. No, not, as the case would be.
Well, I'm going to make it even better, and I'm going to segue it into something that is decidedly ungood, and that is what's coming up on the Primetime Streamer Network tomorrow. Let's push this button. I'm going to cover you over, Reese. It's tiny.
About time.
I'm not going to do that. It's tiny down the corner, but there you go.
Also the story of my life. Sorry. We're keeping it family friendly. We've done well.
Tomorrow looks like this. We've got more from Valencia tomorrow, day 2 of the Valencia E-Prix. That kicks off at around 12:30 right here. Later in the day, it's Rocket League with Risage One. That guy.
That game.
I've never heard of it before.
That game he's never played. He's going to try it for the first time. Maybe he'll get some other people who haven't played it ever before involved as well. We'll see. At 6 p.m, it's Little Cute Girl's Kitchen. She's making egg dock soup and char something.
Sounds good.
And at 8:30, it's the mock draft for the 2021 NFL season. All of round one, mocked by us, right here at 8:30 p.m. on 2-minute warning.
Wide receiver for the Giants.
And there's a little plug. If you head to thejezshow.com, you can check out my individual mock draft and what that looks like. And all the information will be brought to the party for tomorrow's mock draft. But we've got another race to get to tomorrow. I think we've fairly conclusively covered what we thought of this race. What are we looking forward to, not looking forward to, expecting tomorrow, Duff?
Hopefully not as crazy a end as this one. Hopefully we'll actually get some real racing. I kind of like the damp that we got. Apparently earlier they were saying there might be rain tomorrow. I'll keep an eye on it throughout tonight and tomorrow and update us, but I'd like to see a race for once with no safety car.
Ooh, that sounds like a prediction to me. So,
a bold prediction.
Yeah.
How about you, Reese?
I think for me, I said dry race, hopefully a clear race, because that's, I do find all of the safety car bunches up, which is great. I do find sometimes I just think, oh, God, here we go again. Because I would have said out of that 45 minutes, at least 15 to 20 minutes of it was behind the safety car. So we had, maybe a half hour of racing. So I want to see more actual racing. The racing we had was good, so hopefully more good racing. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, and I kind of don't even mind the safety cars in the stages that they came. I would just like to see a more conclusive ending determined by the drivers. That's what I would like to see tomorrow. And hopefully if the weather holds out and it's dry, we get a different experience to today and we can actually see yet another style of ending from the three we've already seen in watching this sport so far this year.
Yeah, definitely. I just realised they're not gold chains. I'm not trying to make my Golden Knights jersey look like Mr. T.
It does look a bit gangster, though.
Yeah, it's actually tweed.
I was going to say,
it's a tweed guitar lead.
I was going to say, have you been borrowing Lewis Hamilton's chains and his scooter or something?
Well, I would say that perhaps the Duff protest too much.
Yeah, that's what it is. I've invested in gold chains. Me and Mr. T.
Tucker, isn't it?
Yeah. The 80s are coming back.
Oh, dear. I pity the fool that buys too many chains.
Oh, lovely. Well, I had to go by ferry because I wouldn't get on a plane.
Oh, God, can you imagine? Do. Roll on tomorrow.
Roll on tomorrow, indeed. He's blinging his life up.
Yeah.
This is where we end. I'm going to start rolling us out with the music. Stay tuned for a raid. I haven't decided what yet. You can be surprised along with everybody else where we go. But we will see you tomorrow for more Formula E right here on the Effing Racing Show. Say goodbye, Reese.
Goodbye, Reese.
Say goodbye, Duff.
Have a lovely weekend.
And we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.